Angela Merkel has been urged by former leaders of the Social Democrats to show greater solidarity with other EU member states in the midst of the coronavirus crisis. In a letter from 5 former top politicians, including ex-Chancellor Gerhard Schröder, the government was urged to show unrestricted European solidarity. Their call comes after Mrs. Merkel won praise for her response to the domestic issues caused by the virus outbreak but was fiercely criticized for her handling of the epidemic in wider Europe. In their letter, the Group of 5 wrote, "Germany has won incredibly politically and economically by the uniting of Europe. Especially now, it has to make its contribution to overcoming this serious crisis." The letter was written by Mr. Schröder, former federal ministers of finance Peer Steinbrück and Hans Eichel, the former Minister of the Economy Brigitte Zypries and the former Minister of State for. The group have urged Germany to support a large European solidarity fund that bears the immense costs of the crisis and the reconstruction of the European economy. Such a fund must be agreed by all 27 member states. The 5 have also demanded that the cost of capital must also be borne by the EU budget. In their call for solidarity among nations in the bloc, they issued a stark warning about the possible consequences if their advice was not heeded too. They wrote, "If we now refuse our full solidarity with all other Europeans, we risk the disintegration of Europe." While Italy, Spain and France have called for mutualized debt in the bloc, Germany and the Netherlands have refused to bow to pressure. The issue of such debt has been dubbed Coronabonds. The opposition of the Dutch and the Germans has sparked anger among southern European nations badly affected by the COVID-19 outbreak and where lockdowns are expected to exacerbate hefty debt piles. On Thursday, EU leaders clashed in a virtual summit. Analysts predict the fallout from nationwide lockdowns will hit economies harder than any other incident since the 1930s Great Depression. The leaders' meeting took place as the confirmed coronavirus death toll across the European Economic Area and the UK surged past 108,000. They instructed European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen to put together a draft recovery plan. Spain called for a €1.5 trillion plan for grants for countries which have been badly affected by the pandemic. This would be funded by perpetual bonds. Italy backed Spain's call for the plan, with Italian Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte telling the leaders the coronavirus epidemic had become a social and economic emergency. "But now we are facing a political emergency as well," he added. French President Emmanuel Macron also supported the plan. He said, "Europe has no future if we cannot find a response."